Nardos podcast. I'm joined once again by Zach.
Back.
Before this podcast begins, I have a land acknowledgement. 有奴性发生性关系，也会给金钱。
God bless America.
So, gaining consciousness. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. Is that what that meant?
No. I'm just starting off with a topic.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the top. Okay.
Well, it can be. I hear. I've got a better topic. Also, thank you guys for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Follow the Spotify. Follow the Instagram. We're going to be getting clips out there. Thanks to Spencer. Shout out, Spencer.
Shout out, Spencer. We love Spencer.
All right, so do you think so? I'm kind of made an observation recently that whatever grocery store you shop at corresponds with your political affiliation. Would you agree with that?
I think so.
Like, I think Food Lion is kind of more like the conservative crowd. Safeway and Giant, kind of liberal.
Yeah. What about like Whole Foods?
Whole Foods, I think with Whole Foods, I think it's kind of a mix because you have the more naturalist kind of Republicans, and you also have the naturalist liberals kind of come together, and they both have oodles of money.
Is the meat selection at Whole Foods that much better than that like Food Lion and Giant and all those places? Because I can see like Joe Rogan be like, I want a fine steak, but I don't want to shop at Whole Foods because of the libs.
Yeah,
like, which one's he choosing?
I don't know. I think some people go, like bodybuilders will go to the butcher and buy a cow at a time.
A cow?
They'll buy a cow at a time. Dude, Jay Cutler would buy a cow at a time.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
What
that
about
is a lot
like Liver King? Is he shopping at Whole Foods?
Liver King, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I think he orders all of his food off of Amazon, which is you're kind of a weirdo if you do that.
Didn't Liver King just get arrested recently?
Yeah,
he was on Joe Rogan, right? He was trying
to get on Joe Rogan, and he flew to a hotel in Austin.
Wow.
And then he was charged with terrorism.
That's right.
Which is crazy.
I remember seeing the news article for that.
That is crazy.
Liver King terrorist next to Hamas and the other terrorist groups.
Yeah.
Liver King's right up there.
Yeah, dude. Liver King, there were some people who loved him. Like our former guy that we know whose name starts with Nick and ends with Shaw. A big Liver King fan.
Spencer clipped that.
We went. So here's a little story because I went to college with this guy. And I don't know if you came with us, but when the whole Liver King craze was happening, we went to a butcher and we got beef liver and we ate it raw.
I think I was there for that. Keep in mind, this kid also every day just ate a pound of ground beef and an onion.
He would eat, and I lived with him, but he would always be over. And yeah, this guy, he would eat a pound of ground beef with onions. And
let's clarify the onion. He ate the onion like an apple. It was chopped up in the ground beef, or he would just peel the onion and eat it like an apple.
He sometimes did. I've seen that happen.
It was crazy. I was lost for words when I saw that the first time.
Yeah, he's quite. We'll have to have him on the podcast. What? But yeah, Liver King, that was quite the phenomenon. Have you heard of? So there's this new company, and what it does is it lets you, because they figured out they put a bunch of satellites in the sky and they figured out how to reflect the sun's light. and project it onto different spots on the dark side of the earth.
Okay.
Right, whenever it's nighttime. So you
Oh.
can order. So this company's goal is you could order light
Okay.
on demand.
Whoa. What's the company name?
I forget what the company name is, but do you imagine doing that to like the Norse Sentinelese and just giving light, just
beaming them
the entire
beaming them one after
just
another.
torturing me, and they don't know what's happening.
You gotta beam Liver King.
Do beam Liver King? Oh, this light's ruining my sleep cycle.
I feel like the people at Whole Foods or like other what grocery store, like some people live in the dark, you know, so they're like crawling out of their house late at night trying to get to the grocery store because they haven't done anything else all day. That's when you beam them.
That's when you beam. Yeah,
Hit them with light. Show it where it hurts.
I think there's also gonna be like those rich kids in class they're gonna find the teacher's address and just beam them the entire night. And then they'll wake up and they'll expect the class to be canceled, but then it's like that one crazy math teacher who's always like, I wear a sleep mask. That's why I always wear a sleep mask. You guys have the test today. And you're just like, fucking foil. It's always the math teachers too that are like that.
With the math teachers beaming the students?
No. The student, like a rich student, is just beaming the math teacher all night.
I was gonna also say, like, if you have a math test, but then it's like a snow day, and you're like, oh, we got off school, the teacher might beam that area to melt the snow.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, you do have to take the test.
It's always the math teachers who are hard asses.
Yeah,
Also, too, you could beam Indian scammers. Like, I feel like the scammer YouTubers are gonna they're gonna see like where they are in India and just beam them.
They need a good beaming. Sometimes you just need to be beamed.
Sometimes you just gotta take away people's darkness, man.
Exactly. Take away. That's a good slogan for them. They should employ you. Take away the darkness, beam it.
Beam it. Exactly.
If you're watching.
Except, I don't know. I feel like that's gonna get regulated eventually.
Probably. Regulation, though, a little overrated, I would say.
I can't even read my handwriting. Oh my goodness. What was I wrote this down at like 3 a.m.
Wow. See, that's commitment right there. 3 a.m. podcast notes. Handwriting. What are your thoughts on language itself?
Language
you know
itself?
how there's hieroglyphics and there's all kinds of words we can't understand, but people act like they do know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. You can't even read your own handwriting. How's someone in 2,000 years interpreting that?
That's not my job. That's the archaeologist in 2,000 years.
That's what I'm just saying.
They're gonna say this guy was clinically insane.
Yeah, if they can interpret it.
If they can interpret
or
it.
they're just gonna say it's a new language and make up their own words, maybe.
Yeah, dude. I mean, archaeologists, they just make stuff up. They deny you have to go. Okay, Zach, you have to go into your archaeological rantings.
Yes.
In that archaeologists, they have a set mindset of a thing that's supposed to be, where if they deviate it from it in any way, shape, or form, they'll be cast out by the community and lose their jobs.
Yeah.
So they're forced to put on this narrative, whatever narrative it is, just because if they don't, then they'll lose their job. That's why academia is kind of BS.
If I recall, for your viewers, we have a college level education on archaeology. We took a class together.
And
the conclusion that I got from that class after a semester of work was that Hobby Lobby funds the Taliban.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
So, for the viewers, Hobby Lobby, or if you want to explain it, you can.
I don't think I know.
So apparently Hobby Lobby, when they created the Museum of the Bible to get relics, because Hobby Lobby funded that museum, and to get relics from the old world to fill it up from Iraq and whatnot, they would pay the Taliban to get these artifacts. And
apparently the artifacts are everywhere. But then you can like, aren't they everywhere in the desert? Like they're easy to find.
I guess so.
And
Yeah.
they're valuable, and so like they can also sell them.
Yeah. Like you could stumble on in Europe. In Europe, people often say that in America,
Hmm.
people think 100 years is a long time, but 100 miles is not that far of a distance. People in Europe think 100 years is not that much time, and 100 miles is a long distance.
Yeah, they can't drive.
Yeah, they can't drive.
They're like, oh, I have to drive 30 minutes.
But their concept of a civilization, like our perspective, is that the U.S. is only 400 years old as a society, and that their societies in Europe are from like 5,000 years ago, 4,000.
What's the oldest city in Europe?
I know the oldest
Or
city.
older?
The one is like in Turkey. That's the oldest city in Turkey.
How long have they been building that chapel in Barcelona?
In Barcelona, dude, they just keep taking breaks, man. They keep taking siestas. If there were some Germans on that shit, it would be done in like instantly. But they're just so like, I'm going to take a nap midday.
Exactly.
Why, dude?
To finish the chapel.
Finish the chapel. Yeah. No, it's a big scheme, man.
You think so? Do you think like
maybe
is it under like the same contractor, or is it a bunch of different contractors? Because like a contractor can't last 2,000 years.
I think it's like a family trust that is funding it. Yeah, and they're just paying these different artisans to come in. Yeah. But apparently the way that church was designed was that they hung these ropes down from the ceiling, and they kind of followed the pattern of these ropes to kind of give it a unique design.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't that go under construction recently? Like something was damaged. It's been under construction for
probably.
Or no, it was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yeah. Notre Dame
lit on fire.
Yeah,
right, and then they had to fix it.
I bet the Fighting Irish they were all upset when that happened.
You think though Notre Dame's not even in Ireland, but they're always associated.
No. I'm saying like Notre Dame fans in the U.S. like the school.
They
were probably like I bet
livid.
Shane Gillis was
in tears,
crying. Yeah, when that happened.
I went to the Dublin airport. And there's a ton of American Notre Dame, like, memorabilia there, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Like all the Ireland gift shops have Notre Dame College USA logos. It's kind of crazy.
Like, they're so ingrained. Like, they've done a lot of pushing in Ireland to kind of build up their fan base there. Like, they usually play games in Ireland. Notre Dame does.
Yeah.
And so that's why they don't want to join the ACC. They don't want to give us that Irish revenue. It's not like they even have money to begin with, but
that's true.
Whatever peanuts and barley they can give.
Exactly. They're still recovering from the potato famine.
Yeah.
Are you Irish? You got Irish in you?
So I've figured out many things. So I'm Northern Irish. Like Ulster. But those people are originally from Scotland. And they came over and they settled Northern Ireland
don't
because
the
British.
Irish not like the Northern Irish?
Yes.
And then
the Northern Irish don't really.
Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland all hate England. Right?
To an extent. Like the Ulster Scots, they love. They're still part of England, so they must like England.
Who?
The Northern Irish.
What do you mean they're part of England?
They're part. Well, they're part of the UK.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but like the Scottish want independence, the Welsh want independence.
No. Scotland and Wales are still in the UK.
No, I know they're in the UK, but I'm saying they want independence though. Like they don't like the English.
Yeah, I think sometimes they kind of do that as kind of a scheme to get more money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if there's something they don't like, they kind of threaten independence. People are gonna be so mad in those two shitty islands over there. They're gonna be so upset.
They already are.
They probably are.
The Irish are happy. It's the English who are not happy. Isn't that like the highest depression rate besides the U.S. in England or in? They say the UK,
I think
but we're talking about England.
Highest depression rate. One of the highest self ending rates is in apparently the happiest country in the world, which is Finland.
Really?
Has one of the highest self so you know, how true is that? I don't know.
These are all just words. It goes back to handwriting.
It goes back to, dude.
They're all just words.
So
no one can understand anything.
I don't know about you, but I could never be a teacher. I don't know about you, but it's not because like I think I could make a good teacher. I think I could teach the students well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I don't want to deal with the talkies. The talkies. Because I feel like people in my class are going to be eating that shit, and I'm going to be like, can you please not eat that? And they're going to be like, I don't give a fuck. And then they're going to throw the talkies at me. I'm going to be all covered in talkie dust. And then they're gonna like crush them on the floor in my classroom, and there's just gonna be talkie dust everywhere. It's gonna smell like the talkies. And then when I go up and I try to talk to the student, they'll be like eating the talkies and talking to me. I'll smell it on their breath, and that just turns me off from being a teacher. Otherwise, I would be a teacher. But it's just these talkies. I hate Zach. I hate Takis. I hate Cheetos. I hate cheese balls. Any kind of that stuff, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like it at all.
You can beam them with light.
Yeah, I could beam them, and I'll say, yeah, you wait. You try to sleep. It's not like you sleep anyway because you stay up on your phone,
exactly,
scrolling TikTok anyway.
Yep.
But I'll hit you with light 24 hours a day. Unless you stop eating in my class. Yeah, dude, because I've had traumatic experiences where people, they take the Cheeto dust after eating the Cheetos and they chase me around and they rub it on me.
Oh,
in like
that's not bad.
That's like in like first and second grade and like preschool.
Lives with you.
Yeah, it kind of lives with me, and since that time, I just have an aversion to it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to touch it. I don't like it.
Freshman year of high school, a Korean kid named Daniel during lunchtime threw a bag of cheese balls at me.
Whoa. Was it
but
open?
It wasn't a bag. It was like, hey, you want some cheese balls? And I was like, yeah, I'll have some. So he passed me the bag from across the lunch table. Teacher saw it and was like, no throwing food in the cafeteria. We both got Saturday detentions.
Wow.
And we had to come in on Saturday and sit for 4 hours writing essays about, like, Ulysses S. Grant. And it was ridiculous. So, yeah, I hate cheese balls, too. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Dude, but I think, come to think of it, man, I kind of wish I got a Saturday in high school. I never got I got lunch detention because I was late, but I never got a detention, which I kind of regret because I feel like that gives you, if you get a Saturday, if you stand up to someone and you get a Saturday for it, it's like you kind of get street cred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'll build you.
Like, it'll build you, and then you could talk to people, yeah, I got a Saturday, and people are like, oh, he's a bad boy, you know?
Exactly.
And
then when you actually go to Saturday, it's kind of like you're being thrown into the jail cell. Like,
yeah,
you're with all the bad kids. So
but then, dude, it's all about taking the short-term L for the long-term
W. Or
man.
maybe it's a long-term L.
Life of crime.
Life of crime.
Starts out with the life of crime.
You throw a cheese ball at you, 20 years later, you're dealing heroin.
Yeah.
It could be bad. That's when, at least we're not living in San Francisco.
Yeah, at least.
Heroin capital of the world.
Heroin? Yeah, I mean, I that would be kind of the baller move. Just come in freshman year. Like if I sat down and wasn't playing video games and I just sat down for like the summer before high school and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get a Saturday or two. I'm gonna tell some people off. You know, and then in the long term, people are gonna respect me. You know, it's kind of like prison. It's like prison.
Yeah, you got to earn your respect there.
Yeah, you got to earn your stripes, man.
Or you got to pay the bigger guys to protect you.
Yeah, pay them with your lunch money.
Exactly. Do you get paid in prison? Like, I never understood that. Like, people are always stealing other people's money in prison. I thought you're not allowed to have anything.
So my understanding is that, well, there's a ton of contraband. Like, there's, oh my gosh, prison TikTok is so funny. people with contraband phones, they film like fights and stuff in prison and like what they're doing, how to make pruno.
So they're are they allowed to have?
No, they're not allowed to have phones.
Oh, but they have them anyway.
Yeah, because it's either like low security. Like if you're El Chapo, you're not getting a phone. If you're in the Colorado Supermax, you're not getting the phone.
El Chapo was in jail and they built a tunnel underneath it and he escaped by motorcycle.
Yeah.
No, whatever the guy did, you gotta respect him for that. That's like a movie exit way.
Have you seen? Well, I think they do that in Narcos Mexico, but have you seen Narcos the show?
No, I haven't, but I know about it.
Yeah, it's that one. So I believe the second rendition of it is about El Chapo, and the first rendition of it is about Pablo Escobar, and both of those, dude. The cartels, man. Oh my gosh,
crazy!
It's crazy stuff.
There is, I could be wrong on the country. I'm pretty sure it's in the Amazon, but I think it's in the section of Colombia. Pablo Escobar imported like 2 hippos into the Amazon River, and they've repopulated it. Now there's like over 100 hippos there, and they can't get rid of them. And there's hippos in the Amazon River because of Pablo Escobar. You don't want to mess with the hippo.
Baller move.
Deadliest land mammal in the world.
Yeah.
2 humans.
Pablo Escobar, he also bought a soccer team in Colombia.
Really?
Yeah. And he got into, so when he got into Congress in Colombia, he was booed by a lot of people because he ran. And because he was giving people so much free stuff, he won. And then he was in the Congress, and then I believe they removed him from the Congress.
Like once he was fairly elected, or was he not fairly?
No,
elected?
he was fairly elected, but because everyone knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people weren't saying anything except for a few people who upheld the law, and they're like, "You're not gonna pull a fast one on me.
Makes sense.
I cannot be bought." And then those people were killed.
I always thought Pablo Escobar kind of looked like Borat.
A little bit.
Like they have similar hair.
Yeah. Dude, imagine being born. We are so fortunate being in the U.S. Coming from England, that was such a good move. Yeah. What a great move.
There's only one.
You have to be crazy to be like, I'm going to leave my entire family and come to the United States.
Yeah.
And you could be born in Colombia. You could be born in India. You could be born in Tanzania.
Yeah.
You know?
China,
Russia. You could be a squid fisherman. Oh my gosh, do you know about the squid fishing in China?
No.
So
maybe go.
So in China, they have a big squid market. A lot of people like to eat squid, and so they'll send these fishing boats out to the coasts of Peru.
Peru's biggest export is the Humboldt squid.
It's crazy.
continue, but
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So, but they're doing it a lot out of the they're doing it right outside the exclusive economic zone of Peru, so they don't.
So it's legal.
So it's legal because it's an open sea.
Yeah.
But there was a story about this one ship, and also these ships. It's terrible because the squid smells terrible, and you're only working at night.
Oh.
And they use these huge lights to get the squid to come up, and then they bag the squid.
Beam it.
And then they beam the squid. We could get so many. We could just help the Chinese fishermen, but also they do like they won't switch out. They'll be constantly fishing for like 12 months, and they won't. They'll just come by. There'll be ships that'll come by and collect the squid and leave, and then you just start fishing for more squid. And they'll have like a store in the ship that comes by, and they'll mark everything up so much. Wow. So, but there's a story about this guy. He was low on cash, and he saw a very good opportunity to make some money because they were saying it was a very well-paying job to do the squid fishing. And then it was horrible experience. Then once they were coming back, they charged him for like all the food, and because he didn't make a quota, he made basically nothing. And then the crew revolted, and they killed everybody on the squid fishing boat. Dang. So it was supposed to be like 50 people on this boat, and they came back, there were like 5.
Wow.
And
the mutiny.
And then they shone the blue light around the ship to see where the blood was, and it was just covered, like everywhere was covered in blood.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oliver Squid.
Dude, I feel like I've been talking a lot. I don't know what.
This is a podcast.
It is a podcast. This is an
open podcast. I knew Peru. I did an essay in college about the Hubble squid, and that it was the most, the largest export. Yeah. I didn't realize the Chinese are also taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
China's wild.
China is wild.
Back to what were we talking about originally? You started with England.
Yeah.
And then we got
sidetracked on
China.
You have to be crazy.
You had to be crazy to go to the U.S.
Yeah.
There's only one good thing ever to come out of England.
What is that?
The United States of America. Fuck you, British. But, yeah, you would have to be. That's like a crazy journey to leave your family and just YOLO it.
Yeah, YOLO.
Gotta come across the sea. It's probably a crazy boat ride.
Yeah, no doubt. And then, like, once you get here, you...
What do? You get to Ellis Island, and you're like, oh, get deported.
Oh,
did they deport anyone at Ellis Island?
Yeah.
Like they took the boat, they crossed over, and they just got deported back?
Yeah, there were a bunch of, like because at that time at Ellis Island, that was a lot of Eastern European migration. So, like, us, part of my side, I'm also Polish as well. So, you got the Poles, like the Greeks during that time came over. But yeah, people, if you came in and they're like, you have a disease, like they quarantine you. But yeah,
they send you back. That's crazy. We should go to Ellis Island.
Ellis Island is. There's also some weird islands in the New York between Long Island and Manhattan. There are these islands called the Brother Islands, I think. Some weird things. They're very weird because they're not, like, populated at all, but they're...
Like cryptids walking around?
No, like, there's old abandoned buildings. Also, the quarantine area in Ellis Island is supposedly haunted.
Really?
As well, yeah.
What are your thoughts on ghosts?
On ghosts? I think... Look, I've never had...
You can something... The word ghost might not be correct, but you know what I'm talking about.
I've never had a... an encounter. I would say I was always spooked as a kid. I slept with the lights on for a long time.
Dark is scary.
I was a
Hear me out.
scaredy cat.
The dark is scary, but if you can beam it, it's not there.
You could beam the light. Yeah.
I'm loving.
Mom, can you beam the light? Can you please? I'm scared. I'm scared.
$20,000 for each beam.
For each beam. Oh my goodness.
That's what that company
You can't
charges.
beam that. You're running me dry.
Run and drive.
Yeah. I think well, I could say it here because I'm not in New Mexico, but the Skinwalker SW.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only cryptid I see as being maybe real.
Did you see being in New Mexico for a summer? What did you see about it? Did you hear tales from locals?
I didn't see. Ooh. People talked about them. I didn't encounter them. I had a weird encounter with a skunk that could have been an SW.
Okay.
But because we just stared at each other for like it was a solid like 10 seconds. I was just looking. I didn't know what the skunk was gonna do. He didn't know what I was gonna do, and he was kind of near my pack, and yeah.
So it was definitely a cryptid.
It could have been. But there's. I'll I'll tell you what. I'll save the ghost stories for a. I'll save that for maybe the next podcast.
That's a good call.
From New Mexico because they have so many ghost stories out there where I worked. I worked on a ranch as a backpacking guide in New Mexico, and that was a fun time. But
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Bigfoot a cryptid? What's a cryptid?
A cryptid is something that is kind of mythical. I guess has kind of an evil.
Evil? What about like little elves? Like
those aren't really cryptid. Those are
seven dwarfs.
A cryptid. A cryptid. I think kind of implies that there's kind of an evil force behind it. Like the Jersey Devil. Dude, I will say, may have encountered the Jersey Devil when I was in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. So was I telling you about this?
I have not heard this.
Me and my buddy, we were driving up to see King Gizzard in New York, and we were driving back to go see the show in Columbia, Maryland, and we were gonna spend a night. We were like, all right, we'll spend a night camping out in the Pine Barrens, which is an area that's like you could legit get lost in the Pine Barrens. And nobody would know. Even though it's in one of the most densely populated states in the United States. It's like one of the least populated areas on the eastern seaboard. And it's just a big pine forest. Everything looks the same. It's all flat, so there's no clear markers. There's no clear features. But anyway, we were camping there, and we were just sitting there. And a cop car pulls up and is like, hey, did you guys hear a woman screaming? And we're like, no. He's like, you sure? We're like, yeah, we didn't hear anything. And he's like, okay. And he drove away. And then later we saw 2 cop cars following.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
And then we woke up. We tried to start our car. Our car wouldn't start. And so we were stranded, and we missed the concert in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey.
That's terrifying. How'd you get the car working?
Well, we had to get it towed, and then we were just luckily my friend, shout out Chris, let us crash at his place in New Jersey, and so that was such a blessing.
I wonder. I'm not saying it wasn't a screaming woman. The foxes, though, they can sound like screaming women.
Foxes can sound like screaming women.
They're squealing. It sounds like someone's dying every time they make a noise. What does the fox say?
Hotty, hotty, hotty-o.
That's what I thought. One of my hot takes is that What Does the Fox Say is actually a great song, excluding the part where the fox actually says what he's saying.
No, I disagree. That part is great. Where he's going babu babu.
Yeah, but like it ruins like you
you
can't jam to that.
Will we ever?
Like,
I disagree.
The rest,
I'm sorry.
The rest of the song, it's like this is amazing. It's catchy. It flows. The actual sound, though, some of it's kind of annoying.
I think his name. What was the art? His name was like Yelvis or something.
It's Elvis.
Yelvis.
Yeah,
that was his name.
Yeah.
Man, do you remember that? Like when that dropped, how big that was?
It was like the
the
same
time?
year I thought is like Gum Gum Style.
Was
No?
it?
It was close.
Was it?
It was in
What-
a similar time frame.
Was it when we were in 8th grade?
Around that.
I think so.
Yeah. I also forgot how great Gum Gum Style is.
Yeah, Gangnam Style. What a simpler time, man. Was that a simpler time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Simpler and like it was more It was enjoyable because like someone was doing something stupid and it was funny.
Yeah.
But now it's like everyone is stupid, so some of it's funny.
Yeah.
So you have to filter out what stupid stuff you like.
Yeah, you do have to sometimes you just got to put the blinders on,
And just go for it.
Yeah, just not care about, what other people are doing.
Exactly.
And just kind of focus on yourself, the podcast, whatever business or scheme
Just
you're
gotta
running.
focus on the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast is all that matters.
The pod. The pod.
Lardos.
Shout out the pod.
Lardos.
The Lardos podcast.
Hmm.
Yeah. Dude. See what else I have here. You know what's crazy? Oh, I'll tell you this first.
Tell me.
That on Christmas, I was sitting in mass, and I was at mass with my family, and the priest is like walking down the aisle. They're processing in, and it's not any of the normal priests that I know of. And he gets up at the pulpit. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the priest from Virginia Tech. He said the mass.
Oh,
Father Tom Yale. Yeah. And so I'm like sitting there, and then he's like looking over at me, and then during the homily, he shouted me out in front of like 800 people.
What did he say?
He's like, hey, shout out Jeremy. I remember when he was little. Now he's towering over me.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. And I felt like that was my main character moment.
That's impressive.
I was hyped, man.
Yeah.
I was hyped. But here was the problem: was that I had to go to the bathroom, and then he shouted me out during the homily, so I couldn't go to the bathroom, or else I'd look like if I got up and left. Can't do that now. I'm in it for the long haul, so I was like holding my pee the entire mass.
Is that the best shout out you've ever received?
I probably no. Best thing that ever happened to me was that I don't know if you know Diplo.
No.
He liked my meme on my meme page. That
Who's-
was pretty awesome.
Who's Diplo?
He's like a DJ guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's my claim to fame.
Wow.
Is that he liked my meme.
It's pretty good.
But the meme was posted by Kyle, the admin. But still, though,
It's your account.
pretty big. Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Another thing too that I've been meaning to talk about, but every time it escapes me. But this time I finally wrote it down. We're finally gonna talk about it. And that's when, listen, if you're not Catholic, this is going to be like a little, you might not understand it. But you know when people are doing the Our Father and then they start holding hands?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that hippie bullshit. I'm done. Right? It's hippie. It's hippie
Did
bullshit.
your family ever do that
No.
growing up?
No, because we would be like, no, that's stupid. I'm not going to do that because apparently too, you're like mocking the priest by doing that.
Huh. That's how our family.
Yeah.
Our family also never did that for the longest time. We also all just refute. We all were like, "That's weird." No.
Yeah.
And something shifted, and my mom was like, "We got to do it." So then we shifted, and then it became like, every time we held hands, like someone was like squeezing the hands as hard as they could, trying to make each other laugh. Now it's become more normal, just with like me and my parents. But if anyone else comes in, they're like, "Stop touching me! What are you doing?
Oh,
Get away!"
dude, that and dapping people up during Peace Be With You is like that's the best. That's the best part. I look forward to Peace Be With You. I get my hand ready when they're doing the thing, and then they say, "May the peace of the Lord be with you always."
Yep.
And then I just, you know,
I feel like after COVID though, that was pretty good. After COVID though, I feel like they stopped doing the handshake.
yeah. No, they brought it back. We're back. We're back.
Back in full force.
Back in full handshake. I give everybody handshakes.
Good.
And I give people the awkward wave if they want the awkward wave. Do a little
I
of that.
tried to be like that and give the handshake, but then everyone just gave me the awkward wave. So I don't know if it's COVID or a me issue. It's one of the two.
Man.
But hey, sometimes it's how it goes. I remember when I was little, every time I went to my grandparents' house, when I left when I was a kid, my grandpa would give me like $5 in cash. And it was like a reward. And he taught me like how to shake hands properly. But I remember one time he's gonna give me my $5 and I had to shake his hand to get it. As a kid, I full palm licked my hand, shook him because I saw that on like an episode of SpongeBob or something. So then I shook his hand. He was disgusted.
Oh.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He gave me the $5, but the look in his eyes.
Yeah, dude.
He was disappointed with me.
When they give you that.
He's disappointed with my mother. It's like, why would your kid lick his hand and shake it?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Also, another side note is that, you know, when people used to say, like, they were like 13 and they're like, "Oh, I read the whole Bible." There's no way you understood it.
Zero
There's
chance.
no way you understood. You didn't know what lying with someone meant. You didn't know what that meant.
Exactly.
You don't know. You may have read it, but you didn't comprehend it.
I still can't comprehend
I
things.
still
Like in
can't.
general, not the Bible, just like anything.
Yeah.
My reading comprehension is really poor.
Mm.
In 8th grade, I took a reading test on Old Yeller.
Yeah.
30% on the test in 8th grade.
Wow.
And I got scolded for it.
Oh my goodness.
And I had to go back home and reread the chapters. And I increased my grade to like a 60%.
There you go.
Doubled it.
Okay. This is something big that I want your opinion on. Is people online, whenever you go and you scroll, you look on like Instagram or something, or even not so much YouTube Shorts because that's a lot of more like millennials, but Instagram, you're looking at Reddit. People nowadays are so negative
It's very
about
negative.
everything.
Yeah. I agree.
What do you think about that? Just modern just negativity. Like people get in such just echo chambers of just depression. I'm like, come on, man. It's not that
I feel
bad.
like if you get so much negativity, you get attention. They just want attention. You know? More negative it goes, you get more views for it, more drama. But then there's the people who like don't even care about that, and they're just hating hate.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like people are just kind of sitting in their rooms doing nothing.
Yeah, dude. People aren't going outside. They're just sitting doom scrolling.
They're not going to New Mexico fighting skinwalkers.
Yeah, dude. They're not.
No.
They're not backpacking across Europe.
They're not doing it.
They're not doing that.
They're not doing it.
Yeah, people are just so, and you have no reason to be that negative, man. Like it's not, your life is not that bad.
It's not.
It's really not.
Especially if you're in the U.S.
Yeah, and if you did, you take accountability for it.
I think
You know.
we take for granted that like we have plumbing that works.
Mm-hmm.
And like we
100%.
can just drink water
You could just drink
without
water.
even thinking. You know?
You can get food. You can get any kind of food. You could order food to your door now on
Yeah.
your phone.
That
You
is
can
crazy.
summon babes on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people don't realize this. People are not grateful. And it's just, it's silly, man.
They're just wasting away.
I know.
Wasting away.
But yeah, man, people just need to get off their phones, right? They need to be more positive.
What would you have? What would you tell someone to do who's just sitting doing nothing?
I would say
Beam it.
beam it. Yeah, get yourself a beam of light.
Literally. Literally. If your room is,
Yeah.
does the company beam it? I was gonna say if there's any way to get into indoor places, excluding just it being nighttime. Like, can you go in through the computer and shoot a light beam through the computer?
Probably not. I would assume not.
That's their next business plan.
That's very crazy.
Subscription.
Have you seen the? Here's another thing that I do want to talk about. And look, I believe that in modern society, I'm getting so preachy now. I'm feeling very preachy.
Why are you feeling preachy?
Because
this is the Lardos podcast.
Listen, Lardos podcast is not gonna tell you how to live your life. All right,
but we are gonna judge it.
But so, I think with Stranger Things, with that whole phenomenon, shows like that, shows like Stranger Things, and there's other TV shows out there.
Mm-hmm.
People who are losers in high school or losers in life, they go out and they make movies glorifying loser culture and giving kind of the loser guy the
upper hand.
The babe. Yeah, at the end the loser guy is like the winner, and that's the same thing with Stranger Things, is that to an extent, I'm kind of generalizing as well, but I feel like people glorify loser culture so much, and they think that one day, if I'm just sitting on my ass smoking weed all day, the Fairly Godparents are gonna come out of the sky, write me a big check. It's like, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, and because in media also too, they write the loser kind of guy getting it in the end because that's interesting because it doesn't happen. I think in Stranger Things, the people who would be on that shit, there's probably some people who's going to an Ivy League school who's trying to figure this stuff out, that's happening in this town.
I feel like it's kind of true though. Well, I don't know. Do the cool kids make it in high school?
I would say so. I would say to an extent.
I feel like the really bottom, not that they're worse, not that they're valued worse. The loser kids in high school, though, they don't do very good. The really, the most popular kid in high school also doesn't do good.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to be above the loser, but you want to be more on that side for the storytelling aspect.
Yeah, you want to be kind of in the middle. It's cool having something. I think you've got to at least be cool in
your friend
high school or college or in your friend group.
I feel like you just need to be you need to be cool to 3 people.
Yeah. And then it's then you're not like Elon Musk going out and seeking that later, wearing a cowboy hat just around. It's like, why are you wearing a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
But I feel like we just glorify loser culture so much. And it's like the people who are generally successful are the people who...
You got to be a little bit nerdy.
You got to be a little bit nerdy. It's okay to be a little nerdy.
You got to be super obsessive over one thing.
That is true.
So I don't know if that's nerdy.
Yeah, people who are hyper focused on one thing. Dude, yeah, if you start now and you're just doing stand up or you're just being a musician and you dedicate your life to it, 6 years you're going to have something. Something's going to if you're legitimately growing and you're putting effort into something, something is going to grow.
Something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen, yeah.
Couldn't you say the same thing though for I'm going to get really good at Mario Kart? And all you do is obsess over Mario Kart, that person's probably not going to be successful.
There's that. There has to be. You have to have a vision. You have to say, how am I gonna? How is this gonna put money in my pocket? Or if I could do that, if I could play Mario Kart and that's my passion,
I guess people
and
do
I
kind of do
that,
it, right?
yeah, and you can make like $50K a year. You're chilling,
Hmm.
right? Just streaming, like people stream video games.
Do you know like some crazy percentage of America has less than $8,000 in their bank account, like savings?
That's crazy.
Like adults, like who should be retired, they have like less than $8,000. It kind of puts things in perspective.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like there's this one 15-year-old kid who makes a Minecraft video, makes $30,000 off the video.
I know.
He's now in like the top 20% of all America just because he did that one video.
Yeah, and you just throw that. If you're 15, you just throw that in the S&P 500.
Exactly.
You're just, oh my gosh, you are chilling.
You're chilling. Yeah.
That's all you might have to contribute.
Yeah. I think you need $5 million in the bank to be 100% good and carefree.
Yeah,
When you're young.
dude, if I have $5 million in the bank.
Or
I
like,
would.
if you have, it's less than that. If you have $3 million, if $3 million is handed to you now, you should be good for the rest of your life. If you are not
100%.
stupid.
People are just so.
People buy stupid stuff though. You'd be shocked at what people spend their money on.
Yeah,
It's waste.
DoorDash.
Terrible.
People get appetizers before a meal.
Yeah. You get an appetizer on a date. On the first date, you get an appetizer.
No.
No.
Well, if it depends. If it's like a nice little like wine bar or something, and there's like a charcuterie board or some shit.
It's kind of nice.
A charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
I think that would be cool. What if we in the future we did 24-hour challenge, survival challenge?
Like as a podcast?
Yeah, in
Oh.
Anacostia, Maryland.
We would die.
Dude, but if we just blend in, hang out outside the 7-Eleven.
I don't know if we blend in. Do you think
Or
so?
or we Richmond, Virginia, we could do that.
Richmond's fine. Anacostia.
A 24-hour challenge, downtown Richmond. Yes, that would be. Yeah.
That'd be pretty. Oh, okay. I'm down. You know, Anacostia has the biggest lily pads in Northern Virginia.
Really?
There's some park there.
Well.
Giant lily pads.
Anacostia is in. That's in D.C., right? It's on the other side of the Anacostia River.
I think
is that
so.
in Maryland? Or
No, I think it's in D.C.
oh, okay.
They have big
Well-
lily pads, though.
Well, anything? I don't know how we're doing on time. Anything else?
What time do you think it is? Let's check.
Yeah, check. See, I wonder how long we've been running.
It's 1:28.
Whoa,
It's been like I got here. It's been like an hour and a half.
hour and a half. I'm cool, unless you got anything else on your mind.
I think we've spoken to the people.
Yeah, I think we've.
There's more.
I
to
think
say.
I think we've squeezed the lemon. The lemon has been squeezed. The juice is out.
Juice is out, but like you can just buy a new lemon.
Yeah, we just buy it. But I don't know. Leave, guys, if you like the podcast, leave a comment. Leave any suggestions, any ideas you have.
Put some comments in what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, I that would be awesome.
Q&A.
I will probably only get like one comment.
Q&A in
Q&A.
Anacostia.
Q&A, and it will be a comment that I made myself.
If this gets 100 likes, I will jump on the Anacostia lily pad
Yeah.
in the next, not like in 20 years from now. I'm hoping he would get that in 20 years. You know what I'm saying.
All right, guys. Well, y'all take care. Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
God bless America.
Peace out.